You think that I will just let you learn chapter 9 and 10 just talking about the sun for 2 hours? Hiya, of course I won't do that to you lah. I have stories, okay? Rui, you will find out, okay? You will find out. Okay, in fact, it's about history. It's sejarah stuff. Okay, guys, before you condemn me, before you before you condemn me, it's interesting history. I swear. Okay, I swear. Okay, stay tuned and you'll find out. All right, so shall we begin? Hi Fiona, is this your first time here? No. Have I seen you before? Have I seen you before? Sorry, I couldn't. I couldn't recall. Were you here last week? No? Okay, okay. Whose class are you from, by the way? I kind of remember you, but I kind of don't remember you. Shit. Oh, you think class. Okay. Sorry. Goldfish brain. Okay, so if you not just want to ask, Yixing's progression is until where last week? Did he finish the sun already? Did he finish the weather, the solar weather already? Because we are kind of here. Okay, actually, I don't really want to talk much about this, but what to do? We have 2 hours, okay, including next week. Okay, guys, let me repeat. Our sun has the inner layers. Okay, so we have the core at the innermost layer. Okay, this is where we get our energy from. Number 2, we have the radiation zone, the second zone here that gives you radiation. And then we have the convection zone, the third zone. You just have to know their name, that's all. And then outer layer, this is like the atmosphere of the sun. We have photosphere, the first layer. This is the layer that gives you light. You have chromosphere, the layer that looks white during solar eclipse. And then you have corona, which is the crown of the sun. Okay, corona means crown. All right, and then guys, do you remember what is a sunspot? Do you remember what is a sunspot? A sunspot usually happens nearby a solar flare. Because when you have solar flare, when you have explosion, remember I said solar flare is your mom getting angry, right? So when she explodes, she sucks up heat from the surrounding. So when the surrounding gets cold, you will see a bunch of sunspot, right? So guys, if you see like a bunch of sunspots here, you know that a solar flare has happened here somewhere before. Okay? You guys get what I mean, huh? You guys get what I mean, huh? You don't just get solar flare out of you don't just get sunspot out of nowhere. When you see sunspot, you know there's a solar flare nearby before. Okay, so guys, let me repeat this. We have this, you have your mom nagging you, which is solar wind. Remember this? You have your mom nagging you, which is a solar wind. And we can just simply block solar wind using our magnetic field. And this creates a shape called the magnetosphere. Remember this? Okay, I told you this before. When sun gives us solar wind and our magnetic field blocks this solar wind, it creates this shape. We call it the magnetosphere. Okay, so it's the interaction between solar wind and the magnetic field. So this is your mom nagging you. You can easily block it. When your mom is angrily nagging you, you have prominence. This is like a loop of fire. Okay, but when your mom gets angry, this one you cannot block. You're at your mom's mercy, which is the solar flare. This is the small boom. And you have coronal mass ejection, CME. This is the big boom. Okay, so solar flare is just explosion of hot gases. They are nearby sunspots. Is it mentioned here? Is this it often occurs near sunspot, right? And of course, CME is big ass explosion. All right. So has CME happened before? Not that I'm aware of, because it's really, really rare. Guys, CME is really rare. Very seldomly, your mom will get very angry. Unless you just somehow did a major F up. So that's the possibility. Okay. So guys, shall we move on to this? Move on from here. Okay, so yeah, see the magnetosphere is when Earth's magnetic field, Okay, it collides with the solar wind. Okay, it's mentioned somewhere here. I'm just not going to go into this. Okay, so guys, the magnetosphere is very important. It is our biological shield, so that you don't die. Hey guys, just to tell this. Okay, let me ask you this. I think I mentioned this last week. How does Earth create its own magnetic field? You're staying on Earth right now, right? How do we create our own magnetic field? Have I mentioned this before? Have I mentioned this before? Guys, how do we create our own magnetic field? You forgot. Okay, I will figure you guys forgot because this chapter is like a, oh my God, why do I care chapter? Okay, yes, that's the pole. Okay, our Earth's magnetic field is created because of the core. You know, Earth has a core. When our core rotates, because our core is made from iron, melted iron, molten iron. When iron rotates, you create magnet. So Earth's magnetic field is because of the spinning of the core, the rotation of the core. Okay, just to let you know, guys, just to let you know, scientists predict that a few million years later, our Earth's core will grind to a halt. It will stop spinning, and then it will rotate the other way around. Okay, and when such thing happens, the North Pole and the South Pole will just kind of swap position, right? And when this happens during the swapping of the magnetic field, we will lose all magnetic field. Yes, and all the solar wind will just come into Earth, and we will die of the radiation. But it wouldn't happen until a few more million years later. As I said before, humans would by then be long gone. Okay, like I said, whether humans still exist, okay, hi Adam, whether humans still exist, we have no idea, okay, most likely not. And as I said, you wouldn't need to worry about this. I would worry about you later going to the road and get run over by a car. That has a higher possibility of this magnetic field swapping thing killing you. Okay, because it's not gonna happen. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about solar flare. Okay, when solar flare happens, when CME happens, when your mom gets angry, our magnetic field cannot block it. So it will come into Earth and create this thing called aurora. Okay, this thing called aurora. So aurora is created by this solar flare. I think I mentioned this. This is the only advantage of solar flare because it gives us something nice to look at. But the rest of it is just not good things, okay? It creates navigation, it disturbs our navigation system. Our GPS will be disrupted. Or if you're from the UK, we call it the sat nav. Yeah, the sat nav. You know what's a sat nav? Right? The British, they call it the sat nav. Right? Does your car have a sat nav? Okay, I was like, what the hell is a sat nav? Oh, satellite navigation, right? You see, they're much more fancy. They don't call it GPS. All right. So sat nav, okay, it's gonna disturb your GPS. You're gonna lose signal for I don't know minutes. It's gonna disrupt your telecommunication system, your Wi-Fi, your internet, your everything will just break off. And if it's serious enough, you will create something called power failure. It might break your transformer. Yes, planes will crash. Guys, if you play video games, have you heard of what is an EMP attack? Any of you play COD, Call of Duty? No? Yes, okay. Do you know what's an EMP? I know. I mean the single player, yes. Not caught online, okay? Because they will just, let's just say they won't say nice thing about your mom. Okay? Yes, okay. Because the last I played there, my mom got insulted like 10 times. Apparently, all of them had sexual relationship with my mom. Okay, but I digress. Okay, anyway, so modern warfare. Yeah. Okay, so EMP is okay. Let's say now I want to cripple your electronic. Okay, because guys, to fight a war, you need devices. Okay, if I manage to cripple your electronic device, the war, you will lose the war. And how do I cripple your electronic device? I create something called an EMP wave, okay, electromagnetic pulse. So this CME and this solar flare, they kind of do this. If it's big enough, they create this EMP, and it will render all your electronic device useless. It could, right? It could. I mean, has it happened before on a large scale? Not really, but will it happen? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, because this is like happens once every few hundred years. And just so you know, a few hundred years is a very long time. Okay, so I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen, but I kind of want to see though. Right. So anyway, so it's gonna disturb your GPS. It's gonna disturb your telecommunication. It's gonna cause power failure. Guys, imagine EMP wave happens when you are flying a plane. Imagine you are the pilot. You just suddenly lose all signal. You lose GPS. You don't know where you are right now. You lose all your telecommunication. You can't communicate with other planes. You just, even if you fail, you even fail your power. Your plane just fails to function. Then guess you die. Why pilot though, Melody? Why pilot though? Hey, guys, I swear to God, before the MCO, right? Before the MCO, everyone wants to be a pilot, right? Because it pays very well. Until the MCO happens, right? Wow, pilot gets laid off lah, and things like that lah. And then I people telling me, wow, luckily I didn't become pilot. Bruh. Make up your mind, would you? Okay, so this is your solar weather. Okay, speaking of this, let's talk about space weather. Let's talk about space weather. Your uncle's still a pilot, okay. Who does he work for? AirAsia? Does he work for AirAsia? Because I have a cousin. Oh, Singapore. I said, oh, it's a Singapore airline. Wow, he must be very well to do then. Nice. Okay, okay. Right. Anyway, space weather. Okay, these words. Oh, too rich. I see. Okay, not hard to see why. Okay, these words sound like an oxymoron. Like, sir, space weather one. Space weather one. Okay, guys, when I talk about space weather, I mean the things caused by the sun. Okay, so we call it space weather. This is a very funny to say to describe how our sun behaves, right? So this is a space weather, right? Guys, do you remember what is a solar cycle? Do you remember what is a solar cycle? I did mention last week. Every 11 years, our sun will go through one cycle, and they will form new pimples. Remember? So this is a solar cycle. Okay, speaking of solar cycle. Okay, the previous two solar cycle happened from 1996 to 2006. Yes, sunspots, right? So one method to track the solar cycle is by counting the number of sunspots. Okay, so you can just count it and see, you know, where is the solar cycle currently. Okay, how does this work? Okay, guys, at the beginning of every solar cycle, use satellite lah, use telescope lah. Okay, so at the beginning of every solar cycle, the sun is at its very chillest. The sun is chill. The sun starts chill. All right, so 96, you should have the chiller sun. Okay, the sun has the least amount of sunspot, the least amount of solar flare. So if you're trying to catch an aurora in 96, that would be a bad time because the sun is like, nah, bruh, I'm chill. Okay, the sun is not exploding. So I'm not saying that they won't explode, but the explosion is very little. There is a very low chance of you catching an aurora. Okay, but then things change. As we start to progress, okay, the sun will become more and more active and more active and more active and more active until they reach the middle of the solar cycle where they are the most unchill, for the lack of a better word, right? So 2001 is when the sun is really not chill. The sun is exploding all the time. Okay, not all the time, but very frequently. And you should see a lot of sunspot. You should see a lot of solar flare in 2001. So this is the year that you would go for an aurora because there's a high chance of you catching it. Okay, and then after that, the thing just goes reverse again. The sun starts to chill back again, and when they reach 06, this is when the solar cycle ends. All right, so from chill to unchill, back to chill. So the chill part is what we call solar minimum. Okay, as the name suggests, solar minimum means the sun is like very chill. Okay, you have the least amount of sunspot, least amount of solar flare. Okay, when there's a least number of sunspot, okay, chill. And then the unchill parts, as you could have guessed it, this is called solar maximum. Okay, so can you guess when is the next cycle? We end it at 06, right? So when is the next cycle? When is the next cycle? Okay, so it's from 2007 to 2017. Yes, 2012 is the unchill one, right? Hi, Arena. Okay, and then when is the next one? When is the next one? 2018 to 2028. So what's in the middle? It's exactly this year. So guys, if you want to watch Aurora, this is the year. Let me not do math. Hey, hello, this is plus 10 only, leh. You okay or not? This is plus 10 only, leh. What you complain? Walao, like that is what I complain. Okay, so 2023, which is this year, it's solar maximum right now. So if you go to Iceland right now, you should have the highest chance of catching an aurora. Okay, guys, I have to mention this. This thing has nothing. Harvey Norman TV has told me. Hey, you don't say I really love Harvey Norman. I go there like all the time. Okay. You woke up like 14 hours ago. What? What time do you wake up at? That means you have to sleep in 2 hours. Are you like a rubber tapper or something? Why are you so early? Why are you up so early? You wow, your friend got so rich, huh? Go watch Aurora, huh? Oh, Van Fashion. Hey, like legit, Chloe. They going for Aurora. Serious, ah? Wow. Good for them, lah. What country do they go to? Iceland? Okay, so if you want to go watch Aurora, this would be the year. Okay, you might say, sir, I'm only 15, lah. I got not so rich, lah. Okay, then when's the next solar cycle? When's the next solar cycle? Hi, Sinro, how are you? When's the next solar cycle? The next solar cycle is going to be 2029 to 2039. So right in the middle is around 2034, which is 11 years from now. Okay, so you are 15 this year, 11 years later, you are 26. Okay lah, you should be able to go back. I think lah, if your family is rich enough. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Aurora is not really my thing. I don't get what's the fun. I mean, I mean, I wouldn't purposely go to watch it, but if it's there, then it's nice, right? So this is okay, guys. This thing will completely affect our space weather. When it's solar maximum, you have bad space weather because you get solar flare a lot, you get CME, you get strong solar wind and prominence. And then when you are at the chillest, when it's at 96 or 06, then your space weather will be very chill. Okay, guys, it's not like, oh, when it's chillest, it's 100% chill. The sun would still explode, but it's just very rare. Okay, that's the sun. Oh yeah, I have to mention this, guys. This has nothing, I repeat, nothing to do with the sun being hot. The sun gets hot, the earth gets hot because of one and the only reason only. That is your greenhouse effect. All right. Yes, I get it. The sun is hot, but you don't simply blame the sun. Okay, the sun be like, hey, walao, hey, you guys spoil your own earth, huh? Then you come and blame me for being hot now. What the hell, man? Right? So, guys, the weather is freaking crazy now because of the pollution. Okay, right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's the La Nina effect right now. That's why it rains every day. Okay, and then you be careful what you wish for lah, because few months later, when it's Chinese New Year, it's gonna be the other way around. It's the El Nino effect, and by that time you'll be hot as shit. Right? I freaking hate Chinese New Year weather. Okay, I mean, I ride my bike to work, but still, I would rather prefer rain than than hot weather. Okay, good for you, right? Because I can always put more clothes on. I can put on my raincoat, but I can only take off so many. I can't ride naked. Okay? No. Bike as in my sport bike, as in my sport motorcycle. I can't I can't ride naked, can I? All right. So anyway, so this is our solar. No, I would be on the news. I don't I don't want to do that. Okay. So guys, this is our space weather. If I fall, how? My skin will be gone. All right. So space weather. Okay, guys, can we jump to 10.1? Okay, let's talk a little bit about 10.1 today. Guys, I hate to say it. Next week, right? I'm gonna tell you stories about rockets. Okay, like I said, guys, these 2 weeks, I have no choice but to stay here and tell you stories because the revision material is not yet out. Okay, we will start revision in December. And okay, guys, okay, just put it this way, guys. Put it this way. Right now is the calm before the shit storm. So enjoy while it lasts. Right? So later you don't tell me, wow, so you keep teaching new stuff every week. I'm very tired, leh. Now I'm not, I'm letting you chill. So we chill for these 2 weeks and we brace ourselves. Okay, you will know. Okay, guys, let's talk about 10.1. Development in astronomy. Okay, guys, do you know what is astronomy? Do you know what is astronomy? Astronomy is the study of space. Do not, guys, do not confuse this with astrology. Okay, astrology is not science. Astrology is your horoscope. Okay, and this thing is not scientific based. You being born on a certain day doesn't affect your personality. Oh, I behave this way because I'm a Scorpio. No, you behave like this because you're an asshole. Okay, stop blaming you're a sausage or whatever. Right? I don't care whether you're the Scorpio or a Papio or whatever Pio. Okay, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Stop blaming it. Okay, and guys, who cares about astrology? MBTI is the way to go. Okay, nobody talks about astrology anymore, isn't it? 30 more minutes. What's my MBTI? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Guys, any ENFP here? I tested so many times and I tested over the years, I'm still ENFP. They say people change, apparently not me. I'm still ENFP. Big time ENFP. Oh, that means you're INFP. ISTP. Oh, okay. Wow, Rui and Melanie, you guys can be good friends. Both ISTP, INTP. Oh, Chini, you're ENFP. Nice. Hey, we can be friends. ENFJ. Okay. The E people are the noisy people. Right? Right? No, I didn't memorize it, but I roughly know lah. Okay. ENFP is the noisy one. Hey, this one is science, guys. This one got. There's a backup to it one. There's a following one. There's a way to explain one. Okay, it affects your career, it affects your personal relationship and things like that. Not astrology. Okay. You don't like I say, okay, if you're being an asshole, it's not because you're a Scorpio, it's because you lack common courtesy. Right? Okay, so ENFP, this is hey, I get every class I get like 2 or 3 ENFP one. Okay, so guys, let's not talk about astrology because this is not science, but astronomy, this is science. Can we talk about it? Yeah, I agree. I agree. You want to talk about anything else, you can talk on. I can talk to you 2 hours about the weather. Don't challenge me, I can. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, what is astronomy then? Okay, astronomy is in Mandarin we call 天文学. This is what happened when last time people have too much free time. Okay, so what they do leh? You see, guys, astronomy happens in every tamadun. Guys, do you remember the 4 tamadun? We have tamadun Huanghe, we have tamadun Indus. Okay, now let's say it in English. We have the China Asian civilization, okay, the Huanghe civilization. We have the Indus Valley civilization. We have the Mesopotamia or the ancient Babylon civilization. And of course, we have the ancient Egypt civilization. Okay, guys, let me help you see sense in sejarah. Why are people so free looking at the sun and the moon last time? It's because they want to make a calendar. Why are they trying to make a calendar? Because it's everything to do with agriculture. If I have a calendar, I know when is spring coming, I know when is summer, I know when is fall so that I can harvest my stuff. I know when is winter coming. I know when is the river rising or dropping so that I know when is it going to flood. Right? Hey, you think ancient Egypt people, they're so free, huh? They look at the river, okay, this river looks very cool. Hey, hello. They look at the calendar so that they can figure out when is it going to flood. Because the Nile River, it floods for no reason. And if it floods, you kill your grains or whatever, then people will starve. You see, it makes a lot of sense. And guys, we created calendar just by looking at the sun. It takes a lot of time. It sometimes takes like hundreds of years to figure out a calendar. Okay, so anyway, so we started this. Okay, let's talk about the first astronomer, the very famous astronomer. His name was Ptolemy. Okay, Ptolemy. As you can see, this kind of weird name, is a Greek astronomer. Okay, so he just kind of, okay, you see this guy, this Ptolemy, he just kind of sits around, right? And he sees that the sun goes past us every day. Okay, every day he sees the sun goes past him, and hence he made a conclusion saying that the earth must be in the middle, the sun must go around us. If not, why will the sun move across the sky? You see, this is logical assumption, right? I mean, you might say, sir, he's an idiot because we all know we go around the sun instead. But you have to know this is 90 AD. Right? We are right now in 2023 AD. This was about 1,900 years ago. Right? When there was no entertainment, the best thing they can do is look at the sky. Right? So just by looking at the sky, somehow they figure out, okay, so this is how things work. Earth is right in the middle, then the sun goes around us, and he happened to find a few planets too. Cool, huh? Right? And then he proposed this model called the geocentric model. Yes. Hey, guys, you have to know, for you, it might sound like nothing. Sir, he only found this one. What's so amazing? Hey, at least he knows things go around Earth and things are round, things are spherical. Right? It might seem like nothing to you, but back then it was something. Right? You have to know, we now even have people believing that the Earth is flat. Yes, I was just going to say that, right? You see, you have the flat earth society. I shit you not, these people, they take themselves seriously. They firmly believe that the earth is flat. Yes, pancake type of shit, yes. Right? So, okay, believe in whatever the shit you want, okay? You can you can believe in the flying spaghetti monster for all I care. Right, so this is called a geocentric model. Why do I mean by this? Geo means earth and centric means center. Geocentric earth is a lie. Oh, Satish is the first. Right. So geocentric means earth is right smack in the middle. We are surrounded by the sun. Okay. And guys, I have to say, we believed in this for the longest time. Even the Catholic Church believed in this. Guys, do you know that? Do you know the Catholic Church, they prosecuted anyone who thinks otherwise, who thought otherwise? Yeah. Okay, guys. Before you said, guys, Christianity has its own fair share of violent history. Okay. Okay. You want story? I thought you guys hate sejarah. I thought you guys hate sejarah. You see, you hate sejarah because you are studying the wrong one. Okay, you don't see the point. Okay, guys, let's start with ancient Egypt. Okay, this was known as Tamadun Yunani. Right, this civilization it is very important because it plays a part in our modern civilization. Guys, do you know what's democracy? We in Malaysia, we are practicing democracy right now. You have the right to go to vote and choose the leader you want. Democracy started in Greece, started in a Greek civilization, right? So you see, it plays a big part, right? Anyway, so just in case you don't know, last time, the ancient Greece civilization, they believe in something called polytheism. You know, it's polytheism. You know what is an atheist? You know what's a polytheist? And you know what is a monotheist? Monotheist means they believe in one God, right? Case in point, the Abrahamic religion, okay, which is your Christianity, your Islam, and your Judaism, right? And then polytheism, just I think you know this Greek mythology, they believe in many gods, right? Like the Greeks, they believe in Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. You know that, right? Okay, I think you know who Zeus is, right? They live on Mount Olympus, and these three brothers, they kind of control the world. And then you have Aphrodite, you have Apollo, you have Hermes, you have Athena, you have Ares, you have the god of everything. Okay, you have Dionysus, right? And if you really read Greek mythology, you would know that Zeus is a horny little fella, right? He basically, how do I put this delicately? He had sexual relationship with many of people, right? Okay, Zeus' wife was Hera. Hera was his sister or something, right? Wow, incest, anyone? Guys, if you read Greek mythology, it's incest every freaking where, right? Okay, Zeus was so horny, he went and have sexual relationship with a mortal woman, and hence she gave birth to Heracles. You know who is Heracles? Or you know him better as Hercules. Okay, the demigod Hercules. The father is actually Zeus. Okay, he went and bonked a human chick, and you have Hercules. Okay, so guys, when the Greek Empire collapsed, what came next? It was the Rome Empire. Do you know this? Guys, Rome is one of the biggest civilization in the world, and it's one of the most important civilization in the world. The calendar we are using today is from Rome. The days that we name, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's from Rome. The months, January, February, August, things like that, they are all from Rome as well. Okay, so you see Rome plays a big part in our Western civilization. Okay, anyway, so Rome, they kind of inherited this polytheism. this polytheism, and they just kind of renamed the god. So Zeus became Jupiter. Does it sound like something to you guys? What the hell is a Jupiter? What the hell is a Jupiter? Jupiter is a planet. Yeah, right? And then Venus came from Aphrodite. Okay, guys, this is not pronounced as Aphrodite. Please stop saying Aphrodite. This is Aphrodite. Okay, Aphrodite got changed to Venus. Okay, they just changed the name lah. Okay, this is sort of like a bro. If you copy my homework, please make sure it's not too similar so that people know that you're not copying mine. Sort of thing. Okay, it just goes. Okay, don't ask me why. Okay, so Venus, like Aries, the god of war, the god of warfare, it got changed into Mars. Right? And then Poseidon, the god of the sea, got changed into Neptune. Right? Yeah. Before Kratos. Okay. Hey, I knew you were going to say that. He's going to slaughter all of these people. Okay. So, guys, you see, Roman Empire was really long for like 1,000 years, 1,000 something years. And at the beginning of the Roman Empire, polytheism was a thing, right? You would be prosecuted if you try to promote other religions. Hence, Jesus Christ got crucified. Right? Because he was trying to push Christianity and they just see him as a threat. So he got prosecuted. And funny enough, guys, before the Roman Empire collapsed, Christianity became the main religion. This is why most of the Western world today are Christians because of the Roman Empire. Right? And the Roman Empire kind of gave birth to the Catholic Church. All right. And when the Roman Empire, they collapsed, Catholic Church just kind of became this powerful body when it was used to be. Guys, do you know the Catholic Church was really strong, was really powerful, right? You have to seek their approval for anything you do, right? If let's say I'm a king, I want to marry the princess of, okay, let's say I am, oh, you know who is Henry the VIII? The wife killer? You know King Henry the VIII? The House of Tudor. He was the king of England. Okay, so he wanted to marry Catherine of Aragon. That was the brother's widow. You see, last time they are very one. Okay, the brother died. Okay, so he continued the throne. Okay, so he married the brother's widow, right? And before he did that, he seek the approval of the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church said yes. So he went and married Catherine of Aragon, right? And then a few years later, they fell out of love, and he wanted to marry Anne Boleyn. You remember? Okay, and the Catholic Church says no, and hence he created his own church, right? Henry VIII was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to create my own church." Hence, you have the Protestant church. Okay, any of you Christians here? Do you know what's the difference between Catholic and Protestant? They are kind of against each other, right? Because the Catholic Church says that the Catholics say that they are the purest Christians, and then the Catholic Church, the Protestants will say, no, you guys are corrupted. So they're just kind of not happy with each other. Okay, it's just like Islam lah. Guys, do you know, as a Muslim, if you're a Muslim, there's a difference between a Sunni Muslim and a Shia Muslim. Any Muslims here? Any Muslims here? Arena, do you know that? Do you know what's a Sunni and a Shia? Because they support different people. Okay, guys, this is a long ass history. Okay, guys, like I said, history is not boring. History is not boring. You're basically studying about humans. How is it boring? Hey, hello. When you are gossiping about your friend, do you find it boring? No, isn't it? So this is like a old time gossiping. Okay, so anyway, The Catholic Church, okay, let's come back to here. The Catholic Church, they inherited what Ptolemy said. Okay, the Catholic Church firmly believes that geocentric is real. The earth is in the middle, sun revolves around us. And if you say otherwise, they will prosecute you. Okay, guys, back then, there was no such thing as human rights, right? If you say something that upsets the church, you are considered as committing blasphemy and is punishable by death. You know blasphemy? You know blasphemy? If let's say you say something like, oh, God damn it, oh, you take the Lord's name in vain, you shall be prosecuted. Dude, what? Right? You can't even say Jesus Christ. You're taking the Lord's name in vain. Right? How did they know the other planets are? They just observe, lor. Like I said, last time people they are too free, lah. Okay, they just look at the planets. Okay, until there was this guy called Copernicus, and the other guy, guys, do you know who is Galileo? The freaking name, they sang it in Bohemian Rhapsody, right? Galileo, yes, the telescope guy, right? So, guys, Galileo, he invented the telescope and he looked at the sun for years, and using his math and magic and things, he calculated and he said, hey, this makes no sense, lah. The sun is not revolving around us, lah. It's us revolving around the sun instead. Right? So when he came out and tells everyone, when Copernicus comes out and tells everyone, oh, you bet your ass that the Catholic Church was very pissed off. Okay, so they said that Galileo is promoting Satanism. Yes, he got house arrested until he died. Okay, because they say that he spreads fake news. Yeah, people get prosecuted for the wrong reason. Hey guys, do you know what's the Spanish Inquisition? Sort of like a great purge in Spain to catch any infidels, that people who don't believe in, people who are not Christians shall be prosecuted. Okay, guys, last time when you're in Europe, even you writing with your left hand is considered as witchcraft. Any left-hander here? Any left-hander here? You are committing witchcraft and you shall be burned to death. For real, guys, for real. Writing using your left hand is punishable by death. Right? Thank God you are not born in that era. Like, the Catholic Church is so nosy, they even have to dictate the way you write. You see? Huh. So this Galileo, turns out he was right. Okay? He got prosecuted for nothing because he is actually correct, right? His model is called the heliocentric model. Helio means the sun, centric means center, right? So geocentric is actually wrong. The Catholic Church was actually wrong. Okay, guys, if you read the history of Catholic Church, they are a very nasty and corrupted and violent bunch. Okay, go and read about the Crusades, how they prosecuted the non-Christians. Go and read about the indulgence. Guys, do you know what is indulgence? Do you know what's indulgence? If you read are they cool? If you mean physically they look cool, yeah, sure. If you wear a crusader's armor, I guess you look cool. They got drip. You bet your ass they got drip. All right. Anyway, so indulgence. Okay, what is indulgence? Okay, a little bit of history time here. Indulgence is basically this sort of like a certificate thing you get when you confess your wrongdoings, right? If let's say you commit if let's say you commit sins, right? Okay, yes, I know Jesus Christ. He bore all the sins for us. But okay, if let's say you committed some sins, okay, you would want to redeem yourself. You would go on a pilgrimage. You would go through some kind of torture. Okay, you would cane yourself, right? Until a certain point when your apology, when you truly remorse what you did, they will give you this thing called the indulgence. That means you have redeemed your sins. But in the 17th century, guess what? The Catholic Church, they were like, hey guys, what if we start selling this? So they start selling this indulgence, sort of like a Catholic Church merch, if you will. Okay. Oh, what happens when the church starts selling merch, huh? So they did, right? So it's like, hey guys, you want forgiveness from the Lord? Fret not, my children. You don't need to torture yourself anymore. Just give us, God knows how much that is. Give us 500 ringgit, give us $500, and you shall earn your forgiveness from God. Look at how corrupted they are because they don't give a shit. They just want money. Yes, it's a pay to win. Yes. Okay. EA, anyone? Any of you play FIFA? You know what I mean. Right. So the Catholic Church, they're just a nasty bunch. Okay. Right. Sit on a moral high ground, judging us for not being Christians. Gosh. Okay. Anyway, so the next one, best gaming company. Yay. EA. FIFA is the best game ever. Am I right? Okay. So guys, the next astronomer, he was named after a K-pop girl group. No, like it's the other way around. Okay, who am I kidding? Okay, he's Kepler. Okay, you see, the South Koreans, they're so creative, but why would they name a girl group Kepler? Right? It's like you suddenly saw an astronomer called 17 or New Jeans, okay? Whatever. So this Kepler, he was the guy that found out that we actually orbit in an elliptical shape rather than a round shape. Okay. So like I said, people last time they were too free, so they just look at the sun, look at the earth, and then they just kind of calculate, do their magic calculation. They say, oh, okay, this actually makes sense. It's actually elliptical. Okay, that means oval shape rather than round. He's named after a star too. I'm not sure. Oh wait, you should say the star is named after him, Kepler. Okay, for those who don't know, guys, there is a K-pop girl group called Kepler. Okay, right. Anyway, so guys, I hope this is not boring. I hope this is not boring. Okay, teacher Eddie won't let you get boring one lah. Won't let you get bored one lah. I always have stories on my sleeves one. Do I like K-pop? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, I've been watching K-pop for, wow, gosh, how long? I was in Form 3. So 17 years. No, I'm not an army. I do listen, but I'm not. Right? I'm a VIP. Crucify me. Okay. Anyway, so let's go to our exercise, shall we? Okay, we have like 5 minutes left. Let's go to page 12, shall we? Okay, we just do some exercise for today lah, not too much lah. Guys, are you with me? Are you with me? Or you just went AFK when I start talking about history? Hello? Guys, are you there? How is history boring? How is history boring? Hi, Shijian, how are you? Sawadika, what the hell? Okay, so let's look at page 12, shall we? Okay, let's look at question 6. So, A, the shape of magnetosphere is determined by magnetic field of the Earth. Is it true? Well, when I talk about K-pop, suddenly you come alive, huh? Okay, so magnetic field of Earth. Okay, is determined by the magnetosphere is determined by the magnetic field. Is it true? Is it true? Yes, it is. You know why? Because our magnetic field looks like this. Hence, when the solar wind comes, the solar wind looks like this. The magnetosphere looks like this. Okay, if our magnetic field is squarish instead, so the magnetosphere looks square. I mean, they'll look very funky lah. So the Christian got your attention. Okay. Hey guys, do you know Christian has three parts, 3 different Christians? Okay, next time if your friend is a Christian, you can ask him either he's a Catholic, or a Protestant. Mostly it is two lah. And you have the third one called the Orthodox. The Orthodox Christians. They are mostly in Russia, and they also do fasting. Sort of like Muslims lah. They also do fasting. And if I'm not mistaken, some of them they fast for the whole year rather than just during the Ramadan month. Okay, anyway, number 2, all planets except for Earth in our solar system do not have magnetosphere. Okay, this is untrue because even Mars has magnetosphere. This is why if you go to Mars and stay there, you wouldn't get the solar wind as well. That is if we can go Mars lah. Right. Number 3, the Earth has a magnetic field with north and west pole. there's no such thing as west pole. What the hell? Right? So obviously this is wrong. Number 4, the magnetosphere protects the Earth from harmful solar particles. Yes, they do. Number 5, the interaction between solar wind and the Earth's magnetosphere lead to geomagnetic storm. Guys, do you know what is this? If the explosion is big enough, if the CME is big enough, you create this total disturbance in our Earth. On our Earth, we call it the geomagnetic storm. Right? Guys, is solar wind strong enough to do this? Is your mom nagging big enough to cause this? Not really, isn't it? Okay, so this is actually caused by your CME. If the CME is big enough. Right? I kind of want to see that though. I kind of want to see that, but I know this is this. I shouldn't wish for that, but I really want to see it. Okay, so number 6, magnetosphere helps prevent Earth from direct effect of cosmic radiation. Yes. Okay, this is why if you are in space, like the astronauts, if you stay in the ISS, you actually get more solar radiation. You get more cosmic radiation. You remember the radiation video we watched? Right, number 7, the particles that enter the magnetosphere will create an aurora. Yes, they do. Okay, so they will scatter and you will see this pretty green light on your head. Okay, pretty, if you will. Not really my stuff. All right, so next, space weather. The phenomena that influence space weather. Okay, so what affects space weather? Not hurricane. Hurricane is what happens on Earth. Okay, solar radiation storm, yes. Solar eclipse, no. Guys, solar eclipse is just the moon happen to be in front of the sun. It doesn't create any sort of radiation whatsoever. All right, but the sunspot is, because sunspot means solar flare. Solar flare means space weather. All right, 2 effects of space weather on Earth. It will create electric power. Okay, with the interruption of electric, it might spoil your transformer. You create aurora, but it doesn't affect your rainfall. It doesn't affect your volcanic eruption, just like how it doesn't affect our temperature, right? We kind of did this to ourselves. We kind of shoot ourselves in the feet though, right? We caused global warming ourselves, okay? So stop blaming the sun. Okay? So guys, I would say that's it for today. Thanks for listening to me blab about history for an hour. Okay, I hope I managed to entertain you. Like I said, these 2 weeks we just kind of chill around while we wait for our December revision. Okay, guys, do you have any question? It's fun. Yeah, I know. It's fun. Right? So if you have no question, then I guess I will see you next week. Okay, guys, take care of yourself. I will see you next Thursday. Have a good one. See you around. Okay, take care. See you. Good night. Bye.